Hello guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to perform internationalization of text on your SAP UEFI application. Internationalization of text basically refers to making your application available in different languages to different region depending upon the language which the user has logged in. For instance, a customer might prefer using their application in their own language, whereas in India they might prefer using the applications in English, whereas in German, the German users prefers using the application in German. So it wouldn't be possible for us to develop two applications for each and every region, whereas we are going to develop one application and we are just going to translate the text into different languages. And this translation of text doesn't happen by its own. So we have to maintain the text for those different languages, and then we are going to show the text according to the language in which the user has logged in. So this is basically how we are going to perform the internationalization of text. So first I will create an application project with some sample content. Then later on we will see how to convert this text into different languages. So I'm going to create an application project. Right click on the project explorer window, new project, and choose application project under SAP UEFI application development. And I'm going to give the name for the application as I'm just going to give the name as I18N, which is the short representation of I8 internationalization. And I create my application with initial view and I name the view as main. And the mode of development, I'm just going to choose it to be, let's say, a JavaScript mode of development. So I have chosen mobile library. So what I will do is I'll just change the library to common, sap.ua.commons. And in the main view I'm going to construct a panel, and within the panel I'm just going to give some content region in which I'm going to have some text represented over there, which I'm going to convert into different languages. So variable, I'm creating a panel instance. Variable o panel is equal to new sap.ui.commons.panel, and we are going to pass these two parameters, id and the settings. And I'm going to give the id for the panel as panel id, and in the settings I'm going to give the text, that is the title for the panel, to be let's say employee details. And I'm going to set the content region of the panel with that of some of the layout controls. So in order to create the content region, I'm just going to create a label first. Variable o label is equal to new sap.ui.commons.label. And for this I'm going to, I don't need the id, so I'll just pause it as settings alone. I'm just going to give the text as first name, and I'm going to create one input field. Variable o input is equal to new sap.ui.commons.text field is the name of the control, and I'm just going to give the id as I underscore f name, and I don't want it to pass anything else. And third control, I'm going to create a button control. Variable o button is equal to new sap.ui.commons.button, and for this I'm going to give the id as button id, and I'm going to give the text some of the settings property which include text property to be display. So now I will add these things to the content region of the panel, o label and input field. Then after the input field I wanted the button control to be displayed, and as a part of this view I wanted to return this panel control. So panel control will be the output when this view has been instantiated. And I have to do some quiet changes here. Since I have used mobile as an option, it has instantiated the app controller and then it has placed the app controller. So I just converted it. So I am instantiating the view and I am placing the view in the content region. So I will just execute this application. Right click on the project, run as web app preview. So you could see that the text that I have given over here is an employee details, and here I have this first name and display. So these are some of the text that I'm going to convert into different languages according to the language in which the user has logged in. Now, there are a couple of ways of performing the internationalization of your text, and one way is using this resource bundle, which is a static method using which you are going to get the instance of the control and you're going to text. So it was an older approach which I will be doing in a separate video, and in this video I'll be using the resource model in order to perform the internationalization of text. So basically I wanted to perform the internationalization of text in two different languages. One I wanted to do in German and other I wanted to do it in English. So this text which we have given here as a static, now instead of giving it as a static over here, I'm going to store this text in a separate file, and I'm going to load the text according to the language in which I am going to log in. So ideally, um, what we used to do is we used to store the text in different languages in a particular in a file with an extension dot properties. So there is a file with an extension dot properties which will hold your text in your application. So how it works is you have to give a generic name for the file. For example, let's say I wanted to name the file as message bundle dot properties. So this will be the file name in which you will be storing the text. And for each and every languages, what you're going to do is you're just going to have a base file name, and along with the file name you're just going to add the language extension. For example, message bundle underscore en for English, message bundle underscore fr for French, message bundle underscore de for German. So you're basically going to add the language code and you're going to store the textures in different languages. So since the message bundle dot properties will be a default file, we will write the English text directly over here in this message bundle dot properties, eliminating the need for en. And how system works is that it will take the base file name and it will append the language code along with it. So for example, I have this message bundle dot properties in which I have created the text in English. Then I have this message bundle dot underscore de dot properties in which I have created the text in German. So now what happens is that when I load the file, system will identify the logon language, whether it is DE or EN. And whatever is the base file name that we have created, message bundle, system will append the language code along with it and it will try to pick that particular file. Now I haven't created any file with that name, so that system will by default take this base file which is also in English and it will load that particular file. If the language file is available, then the system will pick that respective file. So that is how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a folder called text, and inside this folder I'm going to store my text in different languages. So I'm basically going to create three variables containing the text for first name, display and employee details. So I'll just create a file and I'm going to name the file as message bundle dot properties. So I'm creating a base file with no language extension. So I have created a file message bundle dot properties, and in this particular file I'm going to create three variables to store these three different text. So the text that I wanted is I wanted the text for label. So I'm going to give label is equal to, you don't have to use any single quotes or double quotes over here. You can just directly give the text. So I'm just going to give label is equal to first name, and after that I wanted this button text to be display, and for button I wanted the text to be display in English, and for panel I wanted the text to be employee details. So for panel I give the text as employee details. So I have created the text in English language over here. So for the same set of variables, I'm also going to create the text in different language. So I'm going to create the text in German language. So I'm going to create another file, and the file name should be same as the previous file, message bundle. And the only difference is that at the end of the file name, you have to put an underscore and you have to append the language code. So underscore de dot properties. So this will be for language file. Uh, this will be for German language. So here I'm just going to convert the text into German language. For now, I'm just going to give some text which will be appearing over there. So now I have created the text in two different languages, but the variable that is holding that respective text will be same for me. Now, what I'm going to do is I wanted to replace this text in the control with that of the text according to the language that has been logged in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to construct a model with the base file. Now system, what it does is it will pick the language which has been used for login, and according to that it will load the respective file, and it will assign the variables, assign the text from the variable of the respective file into your control. So in order to do that, I'm going to go to the onInit function of the controller, and here I'm going to instantiate my resource model. So variable o I18n is equal to new sap.ui.model.resource dot resource model is the name of the model for the resource, for creating the resource bundle, which has two parameters. One parameter is bundle URL, and other parameter is the bundle local. So you can see this URL parameters in the API documentation. So in the bundle URL, I'm going to give the base file location, that is in the text folder I have this message bundle dot properties file, and in the bundle local we are supposed to pass the language in which it has to be executed. I can either give English or D directly over here, but that would be hard coding and it will further limit your application only to that particular language. In order to pick the language in which the user has logged in SAP UEFI application, there is a URL parameter called SAP-UI-language, in which we will be passing the URL parameter. So to get the language parameter from there, we used to get this core SAP.UI.get core dot get configuration of get language. So you get the core instance, and from the core instance you get the configuration, and from the configuration you get your language. So in this way you can dynamically pass the language. Then I'm going to set this model to the view. So this dot get view of set model, I'm going to set this I18n model with the name I18n. Now according to the language in which I have logged in, the message bundle file will be loaded. Either message bundle.properties or message bundle underscore de.properties file will be loaded. And here I'm going to replace this text with that of the model value. So I'm going to use this curly braces syntax binding over here, where I'm going to give the binding as slash, the model name would be I18n, and slash label. So same way I'm going to give for the other text as well. I wanted it to be coming from the button variable, and I wanted this text to come from panel variable. So I have just developed my application and we'll just debug it. I have given a wrong binding path, so I'm just removing this slash. It is not necessary in case of resource model, because you're just going to load the text as a direct variable values, not from the root location. So if I refresh this application, now by default system consider English as your logon language, so that you could see that in the network section of your developer tool, you will be able to see the set of files that has been loaded over here. Suppose if I reload this application, then here you could see that system first try to load the English file. And how we try to load? By adding message bundle underscore whatever is the language code dot properties, and in the folder that I have specified there is no file with this particular name, so it has loaded the default base file and it has taken the text from this particular default file. And if you wanted to pass the language parameter, then along with this URL you pass an URL parameter followed by question mark sap hyphen ui hyphen language is equal to, let's say D is the language that I wanted to log in with. Now if you check the network section, you could see that system, it has tried to load this file message bundle underscore by appending this language code which I have passed, and it has picked the respective file, and the text which I have maintained in the respective file has been loaded over here. So if you wanted to get the logon language, then you can just see for get the core instance by sap.ui.get core of, then call the method get configuration, which will give you the configuration, and from the configuration you can get the language. So this will give you whatever is the language that you have used for login. So basically the resource bundle, the model which I have instantiated, it will pick the file to be loaded depending upon the language code that I have given. In this case, you could see that message bundle underscore de dot properties has been loaded. Suppose if I try to load a login with a language which is not available, for example, French, then what would happen is that now system will try to load the file with the name message bundle underscore fr dot properties. So you can see that the red thing which is not found. So since the language is not found, then it tries to load the English language. So English language is also not available. So it comes to your default file and it picks your respective file, and the text from that particular file has been assigned to the control. So this is basically how the internationalization of text works in SAP UI5. In the next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to pass the parameter to this text. For example, suppose if you're going to display an employee details for an employee, along with this text, you might want to display the employee number as well. So it would be impossible for you to maintain text for all the employee numbers. So we have to pass certain values as a parameter, and that value has to be displayed over here. So in the next tutorial, I'll be explaining you how to perform internationalization of text along with the along with the parameters.